already benefiting from electric vehicles and motorcycles could help drive wider acceptance through word of mouth.
Power taxi. It is still a rare sight to see a fully electric vehicle on the roads of Kampala, let alone a 14-seater public service taxi. That is why this electric taxi plying the Kampala-Entebbe route is turning heads and attracting the attention of curious commuters and motorists alike. Montana, who works as both the driver and at times a conductor of the taxi, is excited to be among the pioneers of electric public transport in Uganda.
Like the vehicle, as you see it, it is electric 100%. Yeah.
He says the vehicle comes with numerous advantages compared to the diesel-powered taxi he previously drove, including lower operating costs.
Kati okuva mu town mpaka Entebbe oyinza okozesa emitwalo nga 14 route bbiri not route bbiri one route is it one route genda n'okudda twandifula okozesa emitwalo 7 kozesa emitwalo 7 mu taxi genda n'okudda so kati nze wano mba ku mitwalo 6 ate emitwalo 6 route bbiri kiseza gwe route bbiri ogenda kukozesa emitwalo 14.
But the journey has not been without challenges. Montana points to the limited public charging infrastructure.
There's a time when you want to work, but you have to charge. So that moment disturbs, but it's still at the end of the day, you balance it. Of course, nga go afunyemu. Nenga chiba nti cha kutawanyamu because wenza no tuka wano charge no sanga ko mulala ngo ino kulinda bashegera kati nga my taxi.
As the global transport sector races towards greener mobility, the government of Uganda says it is committed to leading the transition by changing public perceptions. And in line with our ambition, the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development has added a fully electric staff van to its fleet. The 16-seater van was delivered by Double Q, a Chinese authorized motor vehicle distributor.
This car here is worth, on full electric charge, it is able to give you 300 kilometers on full EV charge. So meaning, if you compare with other vehicles, it should be able to save you about 160,000 shillings every time you fuel. So meaning, once this car is fully charged, you go a whole lot of 300 kilometers without charging again or without filling up anything.
For now, Uganda's electric mobility journey may still be in its early stages, but the wheels of the green transport transition are slowly beginning to turn. Dennis Igoa for UBC.
All right, now let's move on to Uganda and the Caribbean island nation of Antigua and Barbuda, who are strengthening their relations, and that is through trade and bilateral relations, with the establishment of an honorary consulate in Kampala, marking a new chapter in economic diplomacy. Foreign Affairs Minister Ambassador Adonia Ayebare said that the move reflects the growing importance of closer cooperation between Africa and the Caribbean. Let's have a look.
The Caribbean island nation of Antigua and Barbuda is set to host the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting from November 1st to 4th. Ahead of the high-profile summit, the government of Antigua and Barbuda has appointed Wilbur Ndagano Rutabingwa as its honorary consul in Kampala, a move expected to deepen relations between the two countries. Rutabingwa formally presented his credentials to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Adonia Ayebare.
You know, the Caribbean are countries that are close to Africans. Most of the citizens there are descendants of Africa, and those countries have developed in terms of infrastructure, in terms of tourism, like the gentleman, Wilbur Rutabingwa, who has just presented his credentials for Antigua and Barbuda. That country is really doing well economically in terms of tourism, and they are external labor dependent.
These are some of the countries that don't require visas from Africa. challenge has always been the flights to these places. We are working on
Ayebale says the establishment of an honorary consulate comes at a time when Uganda is placing greater emphasis on commercial and economic diplomacy.
It's not an event, it's a process. You know, you cannot just go, it's not a commercial like on TV. You have to engage those markets, make sure that, you know, they are comfortable, they are familiar with the products Uganda is offering, the value chain and all that. It's a patient, it's a painstakingly patient process, and it's a long-term investment that must achieve results, but the results are not instant. You know, so our approach will be to really do it strategically and pick the markets where we can have real impacts.
Rutabingwa has pledged to work closely with both governments to translate the growing relationship into practical opportunities in trade, investment, tourism, education and cultural exchange.
Antigua and Barbuda is big on tourism. There are lots of opportunities there. It's a small island, small population, lots of import labor. So there are lots of opportunities in labor from Uganda. Trade, education, there's a lot.
Relatedly, the new ambassador of the Kingdom of Sweden to Uganda has also presented her credentials to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Adonia Ayebale, reaffirming Uganda's continued engagement with its international partners.
Welcome.
All right, welcome back from that story. Now it's time to look at what the foreign exchange rates look like as of the 19th day of August 2026. And we're starting off with the US dollar that was buying at 3,725.00 and selling at 3,735.00. The British pound buying at 5,044.02 and selling at 5,060.17. And the euro there, buying at 4,317.27 and selling at 4,329.61. Kenyan shilling buying at 28.74 and selling at 28.86. And the Tanzanian shilling buying at 1.39 and selling at 1.42. And the Rwandan franc buying at 2.52 and selling at 2.54. And that brings us to the end of what we have on the business desk this morning. Up next is the agenda, so do stay tuned for that one as well. We do have sports. Do not forget 0709 602592. It's a WhatsApp number, studio line, to which you can be part of the show. Good morning.